All right, let's take you to this now. Residents of Leratong have taken to the streets to voice their frustration over ongoing poor service delivery in their community. The protest highlights deepening concerns about the lack of basic services like electricity. For more on this story, let's now cross to Lopang Alamu. She's at the scene for us. Lopang, a very good afternoon to you. Talk to us about where exactly you are in Johannesburg and what's happening there.
Well, a very good afternoon, Unati. We are in Leratong now. I'm just basing this off of the hospital, which is not too far from here. I'm going to move out of shot and have our colleague Petero just give you some of the visuals that you are seeing at the moment. This is quite a busy road from what we understand. And now this is them just wanting attention from City Power, who they allege is ignoring them. But word from City Power at this point is that they've been trying to come to the community to install meter boxes. Now, the issue here is the issue of electricity. We've heard a number of people complaining about the lack of electricity. It's been a couple of days now, if not weeks. And we'll speak to one of the residents here. You'll also notice you'll hear some people throwing stones and glasses here, trying to ensure that no car is able to pass through here. You'd also notice quite a number of children here. Now they're back from school. Some of the people who are here saying that they're unemployed. So this is the only way they know how to get the attention of the relevant authorities. We're going to speak to a resident here. Ntate Molefe, you spoke to us off camera.
Exactly, sister. Botata wa rona ke motlakase wena o si re na le dilemo le dijara ge dula mo Fontaine re sa fumane motlakase kaofela the surrounding communities Tshepisong phase 7 di sola ke pleke re na le mo 31 years re dula mo ha re fumane service ha re na leader mo sister ha re na leader exactly actually ha re na leader mo sister. And kasina leader who are more close to us, sister, are employed, and who are very qualified. Cannot qualification, but are employed more. Sister, you know, Kebata, how come our government we are going to reduce or remove votes? Or reduce more flock fountain. Runaka more remote testing. We are in the desert, sister. Really, we are not there, but our leader. And sister, asuri arisibi rebata sister rebata tokolo le rulu. Sister rebata ba free. Sister ausi hakelwane hakelu sabin kolo sa batho ge batla fela ga government a rutlo re la kaeng. Finish sister klar.
Well, there you have it, one of the residents here. Ntate Molefe, sorry my boy, please don't come in front of the camera. So we're just going to try and give you a visual. I don't know if you can see from here, Unati, and our viewers as well. There's quite a few cars that have been turned back, quite a number actually. And there's some traffic all the way on the other end. You'd notice another group of protesters on the other end, ensuring that no car is able to surpass this road. It's quite a busy road, as we mentioned earlier. And we did see, however, 2 ambulances making their way through here. We actually saw the protesters removing the rocks and tires to ensure that the ambulance gets to the hospital, which is less than a kilometer from where we currently are. I'm also going to ask our colleague Petero once again to give you a visual of this truck here. Now, this truck was trying to bypass these protesters when it was intercepted by these protesters. We understand that the driver lost control after trying to ensure that he runs away to get some safety. Now, as you see, this particular truck, it's stuck here. It cannot reverse. It cannot move at this point, because the driver ran through here with this particular truck, trying to move away from these particular protesters. We also spoke to some students here. We're not sure if they're able to speak to us on camera because we don't know what their ages are, but we spoke to some of these school kids here. They're still in their uniform, and they also complain that their preliminary exams are almost here at the end of August. they don't really have the resources to prepare, seeing that they do not have electricity. So you've just heard Ntate Molefe complaining about a number of issues that this particular community is facing. Now, he raised the issue of unemployment. He raised the issue of lack of service delivery, including, and most importantly, the issue of electricity. But, you know, from City Power's end, we did see, and we also do know rather, that this is not the first time these residents protest over the issue of lack of electricity. We know that the power has been cut for quite a few days now, if not weeks. And what we understand at this point is that City Power says they want to try and install metered boxes so that these residents can pay for electricity, and as well as these shacks that are mushrooming in this particular area. Now, the electricity load becomes a little bit too much for the service provider, City Power, to provide electricity for everyone, thus asking and pleading with these residents to allow them to install these metered boxes. I'm also going to try and speak to one of these ladies here. I'm hoping that she can explain this metered box issue a little bit more in depth. Osilikai, thank you so much for your time. We understand that City Power says they want to install metered boxes here. And are you willing to pay? What is the issue with those particular metered boxes?
Which is something they should have done long time ago. Renale more than 27 years. Like informal settlement, which is temporary. We've been here for like 27 years. And every June, every winter, we struggle. So we don't have a problem with paying mutlakase and stuff. We don't. So they must provide us with those boxes, which we have been waiting for them for quite a long time. Even now, we are still waiting for them. So now, City Power, next year, we should wait up until next year. So you must understand our frustration. Thank
you so much. Well, she says that they've been waiting for over 20 years, 27 years, she says, for these metered boxes. We'll also just try to get confirmation from City Power just after this, and also just keep an eye out on any more developments. For now, it's back to you in studio, Unathi.
All right, Lopang, thank you so much for that. Of course, we will keep tabs on you, Lopang, in terms of this particular story. It is a developing story there. Lopang Alamu coming to us there from Leratong, west of Johannesburg. Another protest, of course, in Johannesburg. This follows other protests that have taken place in both the West Rand